Okay, it is time to review this utter garbage. Hello guys and welcome back. Welcome back to Dylan's Little Hobbies.
Subscribe to Dylan's Little Hobbies right now.
Okay, so utter garbage is, I think, a little bit too harsh. However, we are going to be specifically in this video talking about the story of Star Wars Resistance, which I actually don't think the story is that bad. It's, again, has very much potential. Now in my last video I talked about more or less about my feeling towards the show itself in terms of its animation, its dialogue and all that. It's really cheaply made, and I made a specific video talking about why I don't like about Star Wars Resistance. And with that said, we are not talking about that stuff in today's video. Today we are just going to be talking about the story. We are going to be reviewing episode 1 through 5. Why am I doing episode 1 through 5? I never review more than maybe 1 or 2 episodes at a time. Yeah, well, with this one, the story is so short, so quick. Like there is almost no story progression in these episodes, that I can pretty much just review them all in one video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start with it. So the first episode is obviously about this pilot named Caze, and he flies around on a mission. He actually works for the New Republic when the Empire attacks him, and Poe comes to save him, and he follows Poe to hopefully, he wants to get a job, basically. He's always wanted to work for the Rebel Alliance. However, he has something to do with his dad. His dad doesn't really like the Rebel Alliance. So yeah, at first, and I actually, when it comes off like that, Cass is not necessarily a bad character. I don't like how kind of goofy he is, and I feel like that's kind of because of the dialogue and everything else. But honestly, it's not like I can't take him seriously. Honestly, that moment that he has talking to his dad when Poe actually gives him the option of joining the Resistance, he's like, yeah, but my dad probably wouldn't. And he respects his dad, but he wants to make his dad proud, but his dad has obviously never had faith in him. And when he notices that his dad will never have faith in him, he decides to take the plunge himself and join the Resistance. So he joins the Resistance, and Poe and him go to this planet to start his job, where he's going to be a spy, because apparently there is a First Order sympathizer / spy that's working on this platform. So yep, it's actually a really good start, and the place is all about these races. And so Poe and Caze go to this place where, they got races going on and everything, and he's supposed to be a spy, and he's kind of talking to Poe, and he mentions about wanting to be the world's greatest pilot in the galaxy, basically. And this character that I absolutely can't stand Neku comes up and he overhears him and he's like, best pilot in the galaxy? I gotta go tell everyone! And he talks really slow, he talks really idiotically. He is worse than Jar Jar. He is absolutely, you make fun of Jar Jar? No, I would take Jar Jar over this guy any day. He is worse than Rey. He is worse than Purple Hair Girl from The Last Jedi. He is the worst thing in Star Wars except Geode. Oh no, Geode you can at least laugh at. Neko you can't even laugh at. I don't like Neku at all. Like, he is just so annoying. So annoying. And you know, the way he talks, the way he just constantly repeats everything. I just don't like Neku at all. But Neku, you know, goes around spraying this rumor that Caze is the best pilot in the galaxy. Everyone hears it. Everyone believes it. And so it actually gets him into a lot of trouble. And eventually, you know, Poe's gotta go. He puts BB-8 to watch Caze, and that's it, you know. And eventually there is this one character that I really like, called Jaeger. There is this one character that I really liked called Jaeger, and he seems to have some sort of past with the Rebel Alliance, which it's gonna be interesting to learn more about Jaeger. I don't expect to learn very much about Jaeger because, well, it's Star Wars Resistance. This doesn't seem like that good of a show. But yeah, we got Jaeger, and he takes Caze in for Poe, and he works on ships. He works on this fireball, which is basically this racer, and eventually in the next episode, you know, Caze gets himself stuck into a race. So he goes on this race with this other really weird girl that I'm sorry, I just don't like her. Tora Doza, I don't like this girl because, again, she comes out and she's like, it almost looks like she's about to do this to the audience. She looks like she's about to break the fourth wall and go, "Hi everybody!" Like I literally feel like she is about to break the fourth wall and just announce to the audience that something is happening. Like, I don't like the way this show is portrayed. It's not even that well of a show to children. And then, yeah, they race. Eventually, Caze almost beats her with the fireball, but because he doesn't want the fireball to explode, he backs off. He backs off way too late, and the fireball blows up on him anyway. That's that episode. And then in episode 3, they you know, they get him back and everything else. He's fine. But in episode 3, he's got, you know, worked for Jaeger when a bunch of pirates show up. He's a spy. He isn't really doing spy work though. Of course, his cover, and he's young, he doesn't really understand that his cover is supposed to be a mechanic working for Jaeger. But the thing is, he wants action. He wants to be a spy, so he starts sneaking around. He starts hearing this really weird plot. It turns out that this really weird plot turns out to be a bunch of pirates that's about to attack the post, the ships, the place where they're at. So, yeah, that's crazy. And it turns out that the guy that his boss, Jaeger, was working on, the ship that he was working on, turned out to be like the main pirate commander. When a storm happens, the pirates hit, and there's like almost this weird Power Ranger moment where I'm not even kidding, Caze and all the other major pilots of the galaxy hop into their racers and defend It literally looks worse than the Power Ranger moment that we got from The Mandalorian, in my opinion. But that is just episode 3. And then in episode 4, oh my god, in episode 4, it was, my god, it was even slower. It was even slower. What basically happens is Jaeger is, he tells Caze that he has to work on this machine. Well, Caze wants to watch the race. So eventually he thinks, okay, well, I can push this out, the engine I'm working on into the field outside so he can work on the race. But now the engine is so heavy that it starts sliding down the side of the platform and is about to go over. So Caze has to, of course, bring up. Jaeger yells at him. Caze runs off. He ends up meeting these other like racers, and these other racers, it's really weird. They have a thing for Caze. Basically, they're trying to act like they're his friends, but they're really not. And the episode just kind of ends with Caze learning that he can work with Jaeger, that he should listen to what Jaeger says. But there is no comeuppance to him. It really just introduces these other characters that I kind of don't like. And that is about it. Overall, while the concept and the idea I actually really like, the show itself is subpar, and that's a major problem for me. So what would my ratings be for these episodes? Episode 1, I give actually like a 6, and it all goes down from there. Episode 2, I would actually give a 5. Episode 3, I would give a 5. And episode 4, I would, without a doubt, give that episode a 4. I almost want to give it a 3, but I feel like that's too harsh. But, yeah, I'm gonna stick with 4. That was just not a good episode. And there you have it, guys. We have now reviewed episode 1 through 4. Again, I'm going to be reviewing about 4 episodes at a time in the series. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below about these first 4 episodes. Thank you guys for watching, and I am out for now. Bye.
Subscribe to Dylan's Little Hobbies right now.